Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming back for another episode of the Player Pro Show. Well, you see the topic of the day? Well, without further delay, let's head down to the set so I can give you my opinion. Hello, everyone. We are back once again for another episode of the Player Pro Show. I'm your host, Player Pro. Okay, let's get into the topic of the day. Do the wall really exist? Would y'all like to hear my opinion on this topic? Then let's talk about it. So, does the wall exist? Hell yeah, the wall exists. I mean, have y'all not seen the women of the past hit the wall face first? I mean, come on, we've all seen it before. But first, what is the wall? Well, I have a little short clip that'll kind of give you an understanding of what the wall is. Then we'll come back and talk about it. Let's go.
What do you feel about that hitting the wall phrase?
I think it's an accurate depiction of a natural phenomenon. I think that women do reach a certain point in their life where their value, when I say value, I mean value in the eyes of men specifically, does decrease when they reach a certain age. In terms of fertility, obviously you're older, you're not as attractive, but also like you've had more life experience, and I think the majority of men want a woman that hasn't had a lot of life experience because they want to build that life with you.
Now. All right. Now, the wall is undefeated. Contrary to what most women think. See, most women believe that since a man is sexually attracted to them, that he is also have relationship attraction for them. And this can be further from the truth. Now, most men will clap those cheeks well into your golden years. I mean, look at Cher. And look at Madonna. You don't think men are still busting those cheeks? I mean, wide open. Now, Madonna's 64 years old. And she's still getting beef. Now, outside of Marilyn Monroe, she's probably the most well-known 304. I think every man in the industry done slept with her before. I mean, seriously. And so many women are following in her footsteps. And the bad part is that they're proud of it. Now, that's the society that we live in today. Okay. Now, in my opinion, the wall appears around 30 years old. And then after 30, you kind of like post-wall. And no amount of money, your career, or your education can defeat the wall. Now, that's not saying that you can't find a man to marry you. Now, all I'm saying is the type of man that you want becomes a lot harder to lock down. That's the reason why most women settle once they hit a certain age. Now, let's watch this last clip and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Colloquially called the wall. All women supposedly hit a wall when they're about 35, and if you don't have a family, you are going to be lonely, and you're going to have a problem. You're not going to be able to find a good date. It doesn't matter how much money you make, because that's not what men look for in a spouse.
I don't think they'll admit it. They'll be 40 and they'll say, nope, life's great. I've never been happier. Young women will see it. They'll be 45. I love my life. I'm single and I'm living it up in the big city. They're going to be 55. And they're going to say, well, it has its charm. They're going to be 60 and they're going to go to the young people and say, I've made a terrible mistake. Don't make the same mistake I did.
Yep.
But by that point, there's going to be a generation or two that believe the lie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Now, a lot of women believe that money, a career, that will make them more attractive to the type of man that they want. Wrong. That's what you're attracted to. Now, we want fit, feminine, and friendly. That's all we ask for. But nowadays, that's kind of like asking for a kidney. Now, let's look at some women. Let's look at some women that you all may know that are post-wall and struggling in the relationship, in the relationship field. All right, victim number one, Taraji P. Henson. She put her career over relationships, and now she's doing interviews complaining about it, trying to keep it together. But we all know that she's lonely as hell, and she got money. But her days of pulling high value men, those days are done. They're over with. Okay, now let's move on to victim number 2. You got Tracy Ellis Ross. Claims she's so happy being single. Then how come I keep seeing her posting these thirst traps on social media? And we all know thirst traps are just to attract, attract men. I mean, let's keep it real. Now, most post-war women, especially the ones with money, they're kind of like stuck in their ways, and they're usually carrying a lot of baggage, from the past relationships, and sometimes they even have children, and that's baggage to most men, especially high-value ones. And these are things that are typically not desired by the type of men that they want. I mean, certain caliber of men. All the money, all the fame, all the money and all the fame, does that really keep them warm at night? I don't think so. But do not let it fool you. Do not think that they're not still getting those cheeks clapped. I think just because they're a certain age. Now, in my opinion, once you hit a certain age and you have money, these women pretty much become a sugar mama. Now, they always want to talk about sugar daddies, but the women of these age, of a certain age, once they like far past the wall, they definitely become sugar mamas. Now, let's look at a few examples of post-war women with money and the type of man that they got to settle for nowadays. And they usually have to take care of these type of men because they kind of miss their window, thinking that they will always be hot forever. All right, let's go into it. Let's talk about it. Like I said earlier, number 1, look at Cher. And look at the man that she's dealing with. I mean, you can see it. And again, like I said earlier, number 2, look at Madonna. Look at the type of man she's dealing with. All right. Now look at number 3, Miss Erykah Badu. And she's still fine. Do not get it twisted. She still got a wagon back there. Believe that. But look at what she's dealing with. All right. Now number 4, Nicki Minaj. And she's just 40 years old. Now a lot of her relationship problems when she was young came from plastic surgery. Now, but that's another episode. We'll do another episode on plastic surgeries and all this stuff that women do. We'll do that on another episode. Okay, number 5. Look at Trina. Prime example. Sugar mama. And again, number 6. Keisha Cole. I mean, seriously. Now, do y'all think that these men are anywhere near these women's level? Do y'all think that these men are anywhere near on these women's level socially or financially? I don't think so. So like I said, these guys are nobodies compared to them. And they do have to take care of them financially because you best believe they are complete sugar mamas. And also look at the difference. Now, no, you want to know the difference? I'm gonna tell you. Look at the difference in the ages. Now, if this is a man, y'all would call him a predator, and y'all know it. And y'all be saying, oh, well, he's taking advantage of those women because they're young. And they don't know no better. Now, what do you call this? I mean, look at this. What do y'all call these women here? I mean, y'all are 100% hypocritical. And that's not cool. Now, Mother Nature gives y'all all y'all marketplace value. And Father Time takes it all away. Y'all do have a window of time to secure the highest level of man that y'all can get. Now, don't waste this time having hot girl summers, partying, and taking trips to Jamaica, because we all know what goes down in Jamaica. We all know. We done seen the videos. But that'll be another episode. All right. Now, that's my opinion on the topic, ladies and gentlemen. That's my opinion. The wall is undefeated. Now, don't think you won't hit it. Don't think I won't hit the wall. I won't be having the same issue as those women. The only way you won't have to worry about it, if you go ahead and secure that man when you have time, when you're still in the prime of your life. I mean, like so many other women, women set themselves up for failure. Okay, now like I always say, ladies, I say we are better together than we are apart. And with that being said, this is the end of this episode of the Player Pro Show. I do thank y'all for coming out. And until next time, I do bid y'all adieu.